Good morning, YouTube. It is a hot Monday morning here in Arizona. What's the weather where you're at? Today, my subject is about grandparents. I just want to pretty much kind of shout out to all the grandparents who have stepped up to take care of their grandkids, sometimes even the great grandkids, the sacrifices that you guys have made in raising kids that aren't your own. They're your blood, but they're not your own. That's a beautiful sacrifice because those kids need someone to love them and so that they can know uh, that they're still in the family. They weren't put in the system, and that, like I said, that they need that love. They need that care. And I know that it's hard on you guys uh, in helping the kids out like that because you've had to sacrifice your retirement time to take care of these kids. So I want to be a person who thanks you for doing that for your grandkids. And some people are doing their great grandkids also. So uh, it's a thankless job. It's daunting sometimes. Um, you don't really get the thank yous that you deserve. But just know that people out here are watching. Nowadays, some grandmothers are younger. So that makes it even harder because when you have a young grandmother, she's still out hanging too, right? Or doing things, traveling, whatever, in a career or whatever. Some are retired and actually have the time, but not really don't have the time because once you retire, you want to just kind of be free to do what you want to do, get up when you want to get up, go where you want to go. If you don't want to do anything, hey, you don't want to cook. Uh, I'm just sending a message back to someone. Uh, yeah, so I really have seen these grandparents uh, really taking care of their grandkids and making sure that they're happy, that they're educated, that they're fed, that they're loved, that they're traveling together, that helping them with their homework, and some of these kids really thrive after being raised by a grandparent. Uh, and I'm sure that it's hard on the kid because the kid is, you know, wants to deal with somebody younger. But hey, they got their grandparent. Grandparents are set in their own ways. Grandparents usually have structure. So the kid would be like, wow, why I gotta stay with my grandma? But believe me, grandkids, it's best for you. Grandma, grandpa, trying to do the best that they can with the resources that they have, the network that they have, you know, uh, community that they have. Thank them. I want you, any kid that is being taken care of by their grandparent, if you just happen to run across this, please thank your grandparents because guess what? They really didn't have to do it because they could have been selfish and said, hey, I have the rest of my life to live. I wanted to live it in peace and solitude and whatever. But they didn't. They made that ultimate sacrifice to make sure that you survive. Because if you had been somewhere else, maybe you wouldn't have survived. Maybe you would have. We're not saying that you wouldn't have, but the opportunity to survive a little bit better and a little bit more safer would be with the grandparents. Yeah, grandparents do, a lot of grandparents really soft, don't discipline, so the kids is just running. But hey, at least they're at with their family. They're not in the system, burdening the system. They're actually with their blood. So I'm going to give a straight up shout out to all grandparents, even great grandparents. Uh, great grandparents are out there doing the same thing because of the economy, the way that things, a lot of people have had to move their whole family back in with grandma and grandpa because of the situation with the economy. Things steady going up, but your paycheck not. So, they making the sacrifices out here, people. They really are. I think that it should be a grandparents' day. How would y'all think about that? And I know that they have. I don't know if it's an official grandparents' day, but if it's not official, it really needs to be official so that it can be acknowledged what these people out here are doing every day in our country, and I'm sure around the world. That grandparents are special people. They have learned, they have wisdom, they have experiences, they have know how. A lot of them even have expertise in a lot of things. So when they're raising their grandkids or great grandkids, they are learning. The kids are learning from them, right? Because just like me with my grandson, he's mad at me right now because I certain things that I just can't abide by, and he's the best kid. Don't even get it twisted. He's one of the best kids ever. Whenever he got a present, he was always so thankful. Whenever I called him on the telephone, he was like, "Grandma, I love you." He is a decent young man, right? Everybody in the planet has flaws. Don't get it twisted. And they kind of want to pay attention. Young people don't want to really pay attention to old people. So he don't want to really listen to his old grandma because his old grandma been teaching him since he was born. So he kind of mad at me for because I speak up. I speak my opinion, and I don't believe in a gray area. I believe that either you're right or you're wrong. And I don't care who you are, if it's me included, I'm going to say it because I don't think that we should sugarcoat anything with our grandkids because if we tell them, hey, grandson or granddaughter, everything is just going to be all right. You just do this and you just do that, and guess what? The path will be smooth. That is not true. There's always going to be pitfalls, there's always going to be people in the way trying to stop your growth and development. So I'm been preaching to him since he was I'm talking about since he was 0. Uh, but he loves me to death. I love him to death. That bond will never be broken. Yeah, we're gonna be mad at each other because if he don't do what I say, yeah, grandma gonna get mad, and he gonna get mad if grandma say something. But love him to death. Love you, Bryce. Uh, but it is what it is. So I didn't have to raise my grandson. His mother raised him, and I'm appreciative of the job that she did, but I did help her in raising him. So uh, I did, like I said, I wasn't. He didn't have to live in my home as a child growing up, but he was there a lot. People thought he lived with me, but he's a good kid. But I'm just a grandmother. But I didn't have to make that ultimate sacrifice to raise him by myself or with someone else. Uh, and he's a good kid. I wish the best for him. I wish much success for him because it's hard to find good people in this world, and he is one of them. Uh, so I really appreciate him being a good person, always respectful. Uh, he's always trying to help somebody else. Where you get it from? He got it from his daddy. He got it from his mama. And just being a all around good guy. I appreciate him. But to the grandparents that are out there doing this thing, we appreciate you out here, and somebody is watching. Talk to you later, YouTube.